At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished, it's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better, it's about what you've given back. You know, those words always stick with me. They remind me that true strength lies not always in what we say, but sometimes in the silence we keep. In life, there are moments when silence speaks louder than words. Times when holding back, taking a breath, and choosing your words carefully can make all the difference. It's about knowing when to speak up, and when to let your actions do the talking. So today, we're going to explore 9 situations where silence can be your greatest strength. Situations where holding back, reflecting, and choosing your battles wisely can lead to a more fulfilling and impactful life. We all know the feeling, that heat that rises up, the tension that grips you, anger. It's a powerful emotion, but it clouds our judgment. Choose silence over rage, breathe, reflect, control. True strength lies in self-control. We live in a world saturated with information. Opinions are thrown around like confetti, and it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of it all. But before you jump into the fray, before you form an opinion or take a stand, ask yourself, do you have all the facts? It's easy to judge, to assume, to fill in the blanks with our own interpretations. But the truth is often more complex than it appears. Rushing to judgment without a full understanding of the situation can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunications, and even injustice. Silence, in this case, is about humility. It's about acknowledging that you don't always have all the answers. It's about being open to different perspectives and being willing to listen and learn. Instead of rushing to speak, take the time to gather information from reliable sources. Listen to different viewpoints, even those you might not initially agree with. Ask questions, seek understanding. Remember, there is strength in admitting when you don't know something. It shows a willingness to learn and grow, to approach situations with an open mind and a discerning heart. A promise is a powerful thing. It's a bond of trust, a commitment that should never be taken lightly. When you make a promise, you're putting your integrity on the line. You're saying, you can count on me. But too often, promises are broken. They're made in haste without considering the weight of the commitment. And when those promises are broken, trust is shattered, relationships are damaged, and the consequences can be long-lasting. Before you utter the words "I promise," take a moment of silence. Weigh your words carefully. Consider the commitment you're about to make. Ask yourself, can I truly keep this promise? Am I willing to do whatever it takes to honor my word? If the answer is anything less than a resounding yes, then it's better to remain silent. It's better to be honest about your limitations than to make a promise you can't keep. Remember, your word is your bond. Let your promises be few and far between, but let each one be unbreakable. Let your actions speak louder than words, and let your integrity be your guiding light. Chapter 4. Silence before criticism. Words have power. They can build up or tear down. They can inspire or destroy. And when it comes to criticism, those words can leave lasting scars. It's easy to criticize, to point out flaws, to judge from a place of superiority. But before you unleash a torrent of negativity, ask yourself, is this criticism constructive? Will it help this person grow? Or am I simply trying to make myself feel better at their expense? Silence, in this case, is about choosing kindness over cruelty. It's about understanding that everyone makes mistakes, and that our role is not to tear each other down but to lift each other up. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, look for the good. Offer encouragement instead of criticism. Remember, everyone has their own unique talents and abilities, and our job is to help each other shine. If you must offer criticism, do so with compassion and understanding. Focus on the behavior, not the person. And always offer a solution, a way for the person to improve. Chapter 5. Silence when insecure. We all experience moments of insecurity, those nagging doubts that whisper in our ears, telling us we're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. And in those moments of vulnerability, it's easy to let our insecurities dictate our words and actions. We might lash out, trying to mask our own insecurities by putting others down, or we might withdraw, retreating into ourselves and silencing our own voices out of fear of judgment. But silence, in this case, is about self-reflection. It's about taking the time to understand the root of our insecurities and to challenge those negative thoughts. It's about recognizing our own worth and refusing to let fear dictate our lives. Instead of letting insecurity silence you, use it as an opportunity for growth. Identify the triggers that bring on those feelings of self-doubt. Challenge those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Surround yourself with people who uplift and empower you. Remember, your voice matters. Don't let insecurity rob you of the opportunity to share your unique gifts with the world. Believe in yourself, even when it's hard, and never be afraid to let your light shine. Chapter 6. Silence with Secrets. Trust is a sacred thing. It's the foundation of any strong relationship, the glue that holds us together. And when that trust is broken, the damage can be irreparable. When someone confides in you, when they share their secrets and vulnerabilities, they're giving you a precious gift. They're entrusting you with a part of themselves, and it's your responsibility to honor that trust. Silence, in this case, is about loyalty. It's about understanding that some things are not ours to share. It's about respecting the privacy of others and safeguarding their confidences as if they were our own. If someone shares a secret with you, keep it to yourself. Don't repeat it, even to those you trust most. Don't gossip or spread rumors. And if someone else tries to engage you in gossip, politely but firmly excuse yourself. Remember, a true friend is someone who can be trusted with your deepest secrets. Be that friend for others. Let your loyalty be unwavering and let your integrity be your guide. Chapter 7. Silence in Heated Arguments. Arguments are a natural part of life. They're bound to happen, even in the strongest of relationships. But how we handle those arguments can mean the difference between resolving conflict and escalating it. In the heat of the moment, when emotions are running high, it's easy to say things we don't mean. Words can be weapons, and once they're spoken, they can't be taken back. Silence, in this case, is about choosing peace over conflict. It's about taking a step back from the situation, cooling down, and approaching the conversation with a clear head. When you feel yourself getting angry, take a deep breath and excuse yourself from the situation. Go for a walk, listen to music, do whatever you need to do to calm down. Once you've had a chance to cool off, you can approach the conversation again with a more rational and respectful mindset. Remember, the goal of an argument should be to resolve conflict, not to win. Listen to the other person's perspective. Try to see things from their point of view, and be willing to compromise. Chapter 8. Silence before bragging. Humility is a quiet virtue. It doesn't seek attention or praise. It doesn't boast or brag. It simply is. When we brag, we're essentially saying, "Look at me, look how great I am." We're seeking validation from others, often at the expense of their own feelings. Silence, in this case, is about letting your actions speak louder than words. It's about understanding that true confidence comes from within, not from the approval of others. Instead of boasting about your accomplishments, let your work speak for itself. Let your character shine through your actions. Let your kindness and compassion be your calling card. Remember, true greatness lies not in what we say about ourselves, but in what others say about us. Let your actions inspire others, and let your humility be a testament to your character. Chapter 9. Silence before hasty decisions. Life is full of decisions, big and small. And while some decisions can be made on the fly, others require careful consideration. When we rush into decisions, we often make choices based on incomplete information or emotional impulses. This can lead to regrets, missed opportunities, and unintended consequences. Silence, in this case, is about taking the time to weigh your options, to gather all the necessary information, and to consider the potential consequences of your choices. Before making a major decision, take some time to reflect. Talk to trusted advisors. Seek out different perspectives, and don't be afraid to sleep on it. Sometimes, the best decisions are made after a good night's rest. Remember, patience is a virtue. By taking the time to make thoughtful, informed decisions, you're setting yourself up for success in all areas of your life. Outro: the golden silence. You pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too. That's a part of it. Life's like that, isn't it? We face challenges, we make mistakes, and sometimes the hardest thing we can do is to simply be still. But it's in those moments of quiet reflection that we often find our greatest strength. I encourage you to reflect on these situations, on the power of silence in your own life. When do you need to hold back? When do you need to listen more than you speak? When is silence truly golden? Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, your voice matters, but so does your silence. Use both wisely, and you'll find that you have the power to make a real difference in the world. Now go out there and make me proud, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.